we have the Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. This is a very interesting matchup because we think both teams are good teams. They both got really good signal callers here. Um, but I think this is kind of like in my opinion, it's a little bit one-sided. Don't get me wrong, Green Bay can compete, but the Lions have just been too explosive on offense as of late.
Mm-hmm.
They can kind of do a bit of everything. I think I might even go as far as to say so far, like this season, if you take into account all the blue blood teams that are really competing, the Lions from top to bottom are probably the best overall football team in that they're kind of performing in like every phase of football. We're talking special teams as
Mm-hmm.
well. Their offense is firing, their defense is getting it done. Like when you really have to nitpick for like flaws to their team, then you know they've got like a really good team right now. I think their secondary, um it's probably the only thing that's maybe underperformed, but that's not really by much. You know what I mean? I think it's mainly penalties,
Mm-hmm.
which if anything, half of those penalties you take because they're aggressive, is either commit a penalty or the team scores a touchdown, guaranteed. So it's just one of those things. I think top to bottom, they're just that team right now. It is in Lambeau Field, so Green Bay will have home team advantage, but I don't think Detroit cares, man. They've kind of like absorbed the city like attitude. Like it doesn't matter. Every game you play, you may have more fans in your stadium, but they're just gonna force their will on you. Like they can literally do everything. They can run the ball. They've got outstanding offensive units. They've got insane amounts of speed. Jameer Gibbs, like he looked like something else. Who's their running back right now? Um,
For the Lions, it's Gibson,
Gibbs and
Montgomery.
Montgomery, yeah, Sonic and Knuckles, yeah, Jameer Gibbs
Yeah.
and Ty Montgomery. So it's literally like they can kind of do a bit of everything. I think that's why they're so hard to beat. I think, in my opinion, like even and remember they're doing this without their best defensive player in Aiden Hutchinson. Like, and they're still able to perform. So can you imagine how lethal they could have been? So I mean, that being said, I'm just gonna sort of be the cheerleader for the Detroit Lions here. I think they're gonna win this game only because I think they're just bringing too much heat.
I agree with you. I think the Lions probably gonna win this. They have more firepower. They have more weapons. Um, and uh, and they have the better um, quarterback. So I concur. I agree with what you're saying to the Lions. Jared Goff has really stepped up. He's really played very well. Over the past couple of weeks, he's not even throwing that much, but he's getting touchdowns, getting the production that they need game. So I mean, it's gonna be a competitive game because it's a divisional matchup, and you never know with divisional games. Um, Sometimes these things happen whereby you take form out of the window, and it's just basically two teams. But I feel like the Lions this season, no matter they've grown to a point whereby no matter the situation, they find a way to win the game. They find a way to crawl back to fight back. Because I think last week I wasn't sure how it's gonna go, but in the end, they end up putting 50 plus points.
Absolutely. But yeah, there you have it. That's sort of the breakdown. It's going to be an interesting game. Like I said, I mean, I'm
Mm.
actually excited. I haven't said it in a while, but I think a lot of people are excited to see Detroit play.
Mm.
That city has, like, most people say, oh, they're playing Detroit. It's like no one wants to see that game. That's how it's been their MO the past decade. But now I think people are like, they can't wait to see Detroit play because they're like the team of destiny. They're on a charge. Like certain teams now have differentiated themselves, especially at this point in the season. We're starting to see what we think the teams that are going to be there at the end. You know what I mean? Like the
Mm-hmm.
final five or six, if you will.